3. Judging by how Game 1 went, in case you weren't watching, it could still be a very one-sided story for the side of G2.iG, but let's wait and see. I don't want to say anything too early here for MAG.Yolo, John. They've got another interesting draft that it could work, you know? With these bounty hunter mids, you just never know. I know a lot of the viewers probably aren't going to be big fans of seeing the mid BH coming out, but it is very hit or miss. It can work in the right hands in the right kind of game, but it is kind of hard to pull off.
That it is. At the very least, your first 2 levels, or your first 3 levels actually, for your most should be consistent. You're not going to get that much value from Flame Guard from Nothing to Say. But we've also seen Embers go back for like a 2-3 build with no points in Flame Guard. And that could be one way to control down this Bounty Hunter. Really interested to see how Nothing to Say challenges that lane. Overall, MAG.Yolo, they've got to play to their strengths. If they don't manage to play off of the tracks, Bounty Hunter can fall off, even on mid. Like, it's better on mid than support, I'd argue, but again, if you don't play with track, it just kind of feels dead weight for a lot of the game.
It tends to be what kind of happens. Every time we have seen mid bounty hunters so far, they do tend to just kind of become dead weight because they can't really get the ganks going. Maybe a bit of a fight to break out here. Nothing to Say going to show himself. It's like CZY will be able to kind of force them back, but it's still going to be a 2-for-2 trade on the bounty runes anyway, so a nice even start. In fact, there's oh, hold on a minute, Vinessi. Vinessi is dead. JT again going to find first blood. This is the second time this guy has brought no regen to the lane, gets first blood, now he just brings more out.
Yeah, I love that confidence out. The rewards to protect that as well, seeing that movement up, and Vinessi just walks right down. It's really rough for the side of MAG.Yolo. I mean, this lane for JT, it's maybe not the best lane. There is some decent harassment that can come in from MAG.Yolo. They can control the wave as well pretty nicely, but JT's already set up for a good time. Taking a look at that mid lane, of course, you've got Nothing to Say up against Yamo. Yamo does start off with the early Janata, so he's not spamming out that shuriken toss as we've seen last time, and Nothing to Say has also opted for the level 1 Sleight of Fist over the Flame Guard. So again, one way for the Ember to counteract this lane is just going Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, because Flame Guard just loses to shuriken toss every time. You will block the damage, but your cooldown is much, much longer to Flame Guard, so I'm interested to seeing there.
Chu Sheng barely avoiding the Earth Spike out from Baboka. He will be able to salve up and at least find himself a nice little courier. But Chu Sheng already having a pretty rough laning stage here up against Baboka's Lion. Vinessi is not having a very fun time either in that Luna, having to sit very far back as Baboka is just providing so much harassment. JT, of course, as per usual, is having a pretty free lane for himself.
That he is. I mean, this is not great for a Luna. When she comes up to farm, JT, his range in Whirling Death is just about the same as the attack range of Vinessi, so he's always going to be able to get some chip damage off. And it's pretty frustrating playing against the line. Sure, there are mana issues for Baboka at level 1. Once he has mana drain, there will be mana issues for Yolo on Chu Sheng, so Baboka is going to be very happy. Does get the block off as well, ensuring that no lane repairs can come in for the side of MAG.Yolo. And just looking sharp on the side of G2.iG. Nothing to Say does opt for the level in the Flame Guard. Still wants to block some of that damage out from Yamo's spam of the Shuriken Toss, but this lane is still going Nothing to Say's way. Like, this is not the same as, say, the Quap matchup we saw the Bounty Hunter go up against last time. The Ember does have a lot of counterplay here with some dodges on hand.
Oh, of course, and well, Yamo's certainly not enjoying himself at the moment in the mid lane. We'll see how it does kind of proceed as... Of course, we have not looked at the bot lane yet. Candylune and CCY against Monet and X-Nova at the moment. Monet is having a very good time. There is going to be a bit of a chase from CCY onto X-Nova, but it is not going to amount to too much. In fact, X-Nova probably going to be able to provide quite a bit of harassment on the way back out. In fact, CCY trying for the Healing Lotus will miss out on that as well. X-Nova absolutely not giving anything to the Batrider. And again, with all these plays, Monet is basically free farming while all this is happening.
That he is. Not under too much threat from Mars. It's a really decent lane for Monet anyway. If they do jump him, he's always got Time Walk, and the follow-through can be a little bit rough for the Mars, kind of more contingent on the Batrider to provide that stable harassment. Overall, every lane for the side of G2.iG going swimmingly well. Even the mid lane, where I think they were banking on this bounty hunter find more, they do find Chu Sheng once more.
Oh, they absolutely do. JT able to pick that one up, and Chu Sheng again just is not having himself a good game all lane whatsoever. He's just been so low the whole time, and this is your pos 5 Pugner, you know? It's just, it's not really having the impact you would have hoped for. That's for sure.
No. I mean, at the least, Chu Sheng can still come in with a Nether Blast later on, but just in setting up the lane for Vinessi, it's not really buying him that much space. You're still going to be able to farm really well on this Luna, but Monet is keeping up in that farm, and if farm timings hold equal, the Maelstrom timing for Monet will even out that farming pace. So it's going to be a rough one for the side of MAG.Yolo early on here. I'm really keen to see what Yemo does once he hits 6. Like, that side lane rotation has to kick in. Maybe bot lane could line up for it when that timing comes, but Candy Loon.
Candy Loon. Almost going down, and they'll get him. X-Nova. Able to secure on the techies. CZY was really nowhere to be seen while that was happening. He was actually going to get a bounty rune. Meanwhile, top lane Babok actually dropped very, very low, and so did Chu Sheng. Both of which will leave each other alone for now. There is plenty of regen available though on the line, to be fair. Does have a Fairy Fire, Healing Lotus, and 11-1 charges. So probably would have been okay. Really playing on the edge here up this top lane.
Yeah, but they're forcing a really uncomfy spot for the side of MAG.Yolo. Like, Chu Sheng isn't able to just get pulls off. He might be able to find one now, but he leaves Vinessi alone for a moment, and JT's right on top. And it doesn't leave you that much room to play with on this support. And G2.iG controlling every lane well. Nothing to say.
Yemo just kind of stood there with low HP, just getting slider fisted down. Meanwhile, top lane, they do find Chu Sheng, and bottom lane, X-Nova is being dived, so they do at least find themselves a position 5 techies. CZY is running right back into Monet underneath the T1 tower. He will barely survive, but now a creep wave's on top of him. I don't think he wants this, but he'll be able to pull it away. Unless he just loses aggro, and he does. Never mind. Uh-oh, CZY! Oh no! He gives a bit of XP to X-Nova. I think X-Nova got there in time.
Yeah, it does look like it. It's got a lot of EXP on hand. Right about matching, almost matching Candy Loon by half a level. So the Taki's gonna be feeling great. It's a decent pick-off to find an X-Nova, but it's just more space for Monet. He doesn't care too much that his Takis is dying. And lane's going out quite nicely once again for G2.iG. You are finding some good CS pour in, like Vinessi is able to hit the jungle now. No Morbid Mask yet, so the sustain is not quite there, but is able to start farming away from that danger lane. And you've got the level 6 up and running for Yemo. So Track is ready. Is still forced to camp around mid, and nothing to say doesn't mind that too much. Does have the Arcane to spam. Like, with a Bounty Hunter tied up here, it doesn't feel great. At the same time, is bot really ready for a rotation? Candy Loon without 6, no mana. CZY being a little bit under-leveled as well. It doesn't feel like you have anywhere good to go as a bounty to start that snowball just yet.
I mean, there's literally nowhere good to go. He's going to try going down towards the bottom lane. He has no points in Shadow Walk, so it could be a little bit hard to actually sneak his way over. And there are 3 heroes around the area from G2.iG. CZY going to start with the chase onto Monet, but he does have Time Walk available. In fact, Yemo is going to reveal himself now, but he's the one being chased down. CZY is still trying for X-Nova, but the blast off is out from X-Nova, just going right back towards the bounty, and Yemo is gone. They do finally take down X-Nova, but what is it going to cost? CZY is still trying for Baboka, but he's probably not going to get the kill. In fact, it's going to cost his own life. And now Candy Loon. Just look at the line courier, trying to bait him forward. Candy Loon still running. No lucky bashes coming out for Monet. At least they get the Mars out, but they lose their mid bounty. They'll lose their pos 4 Batrider. That is not a good fight at all. In fact, they're even going to lose Chu Sheng. JT able to take him out solo at the top lane.
Yeah, nothing's panning out for the side of MAG.Yolo. G2.iG just getting good reads. Again, this performance from Baboka on his line Just ridiculous. Always getting these multiple stuns off. Always draining their mana. He does go for the mana drain build, which is just so oppressive.
Oh, mid lane.
How do you
Yamo.
play?
Yeah, that is the question right now, because he's getting jumped again. Yamo is trying to shadow walk his way out, and this time he's going to be okay. He will be fine. There's no dust available on NTS. Baboka was not close enough to pop the dust himself. Though Yamo is still hanging around the area. Yamo trying to sneak up behind the T1 tower of the Radiant. Does make it past there. Well, what's the game plan here for Yamo? He's going to bottle up. He'll be alright. Baboka's the one he's hunting down. Gets the retrack. Problem is, nothing to say is around the area. And Yamo, I mean, I appreciate what he was trying to do. It may cost him more than it was worth, though, because Yamo is down. At least he gets Baboka, I guess. That's a track kill. But that's about all he gets. CZY will also drop, and nothing to say gets a double.
Yeah, I mean, it's a track kill. It's just not worth feeding an Ember 2 kills in exchange. Nothing to say. That timing into his Mage Slayer is going to be devastating once again. Like, you are in the same issue as game 1, really focused on magic damage here early on. Your Luna's not going to be ready to right-click. The spell damage is what's carrying you through here. And just a Mage Slayer Ember is going to counteract that really nicely. They are trying to make in-ways down bot when he is by himself. He does have a Chrono ready. And they do have level 6 up in Chusheng, so there is some play. Baboka.
Yeah, chase down is there, but he's got the Hex out to the Earth Spike onto CZY and Candylune for that matter. X-Nova now going to show up, and they've even got nothing to say connecting from the west, and now a nice Chrono. Monet, he found 2 targets. They're going to try and protect with the Decrepify, but now a double Earth Spike flying in. CZY will go down. X-Nova in a bit of danger, but the chase continues from G2.iG as X-Nova, somehow still alive, finally goes down, but it cost them so much. MAG.Yolo losing 3 for the price of 1. Not very good news for MAG.Yolo at all. And G2.iG, they'll just continue the aggression.
And the worst part about that is we can't even say that was a track kill.
Nope.
You know, there's no silver lining. Yamo is not around to spam the track. They miss, well, they don't really miss out on the opportunity, but they commit a lot once more to get that done. The one silver lining here for MAG.Yolo is that Vinessi is farming, but it's not a great farming pace. He is keeping up with Monet, at least. Candylune.
Yeah, he's gone. Eventually, if they can get some bashes, there we go. Well, Candylune, not sure what the idea there was. Maybe just trying to defend for his team, but as you can see, G2.iG very, very, very well aware of how far ahead they are. With the 5k advantage, they are just completely diving every single time.
Yeah, nothing to be scared of. You've got the full... I believe you have the full Mage Slayer already up and nothing to say, and there it is. So, bursting this guy down, not feasible. He's just gonna kill you.
Chusheng trying to push a tier 1 mid tower by himself. He's just... The team's trying to do whatever they can. You know, it's all about buying some time and space here for their Luna. To be fair, Vinessi is farming at a decent pace, but nowhere near as fast as, say, JT or nothing to say. They are losing objectives very fast now. Your mid tier 1 tower also set to fall. So that is all your outer towers, at least for the tier 1's gone. And now, G2.iG, they can start diving the jungle of the Dire. Just make sure that Vinessi does not feel comfortable farming that area. In fact, they do get a nice scan off to at least scout this rotation, but now, well, this fight, it could work out very badly, as they have caught out Yamo and CZY. Chusheng showing up at the last seconds, but nothing to say, is more than happy to give him what he wanted, which is apparently some company. Nothing to say. Gonna dive in. Almost going down, but does secure the kill beforehand. Candylune gets a nice Spear Arena. Oh. Maybe he can find the Ember, or maybe not. Nothing to say. Still running his way out. Oh, what a tease. What a tease.
Oh my god. This is pretty depressing for the side of MAG.Yolo. Just no upsides.
Nope.
Can't find that Ember. They get a good stun out, but nothing to say, is too slippery, too tanky. Again, with that Mage Slayer blocking a lot of damage in the fights here. And now he comes back in fully topped up. You still got the finger ready on Baboka, looking for that secondary charge. Nowhere is safe. They've got good wards watching on the side of IG, just watching close to this central area on mid.
Oh, touche.
They're already setting up for a short siege. Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
this is one of those games as a support where you just can't show on the map because this Ember is just way too far ahead now. Yamo, he's going to stalk them for a little bit. CZY is going to show up. But can you actually deal with this Ember Spirit? I really just don't think so. And you can't. Yamo just gets deleted here by JT. I mean, this is literally just a pub game, right? Like where you run into a bunch of a 5-stack of Smurfs. This is what it feels like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a couple of these kinds of games in the C close qualifiers as well. This is definitely another game to report onto Valve for smurfing G2.iG. What are you doing? Smurfing's not allowed, guys. Come on, play fair. It's a rough go. You know, MAG.Yolo. I mean, they're the open qualifier team, mind you. That's actually not a bad thing, as we've seen.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe it's about time to go back to those open qualifiers, John. I don't think they want to be here at the close. It's a bit rough for them. G2.iG just consistently just hammering them here in this game number 2. 22-4 is the scoreline. I suppose that is the upside, John. They have found 4 kills, which is kind of nice. Chusheng.
Oh.
He's definitely dead. JT, say thank you very much. 10k advantage now at 14.5 minutes in.
23-4, holding steady for the side of G2.iG. Side of MAG.Yolo, I mean, they're just scrambling for what farm they can. They're cutting out creep waves. They're stalling out, holding hope on Vinessi. I don't know if it's enough. It's probably not enough.
I don't think it is, John. I think you know that it's not enough. Yamo.
Yeah.
Bottom lane. Jump in. Baboka with a perfect Hex initiation. That's your mid bounty hunter going down.
I've been thinking a little bit about this, Mike.
Go on.
Wondering if Yamo is actually a reference to Yellow Magic Orchestra. Really
What?
great band, by the way. Yeah, great band. I think they're like a 70s Japanese band. Really good stuff.
I highly doubt that.
I think you might be a fan.
No, I highly doubt.
Yeah, but it's... you don't have to crush my dreams like that, Mike. No, I sent Nina and Dougie some musical suggestions. They're like, when does the singing start? Like, here we go.
Nothing to
Here
say.
we go. They can't understand art.
Very short attention spans they have, John. Nothing to say. Mid lane makes the jump in onto the Mars. Yamo's going to be around to try and help out. Candylune is just deleted. Baboka may go down, or just maybe not. They'll take down Yamo to boot. Vinessi's going to come in. Baboka is still the target. Surely they get him. Baboka! He does go down, but look at the cost!
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. A full team wipe from G2.iG. MAG.Yolo, you know, you start to ask the question, when are the boys going to let the torture end?
Sleeping sticker down as well. Sleeping spray. I do not know, but JT is letting them know how he feels about this game. He feels relaxed and sleepy. I don't know.
It's about how I feel,
It's a
John.
tough go. Yeah, nah. I think it's fair to say. It's a rough game for MAG.Yolo. I will say, you know, out of these open qualifier teams, there are some interesting names from team names. The open qualifier #1 winner, the goal of all life is death. Now that is a name.
What? Well,
That's a the goal of all life is death.
oh, there is a team
It's
called
true.
that. Wow.
It's an amazing name. You know, it's like when we had L'Enfer se les out in the CN Div 2. Which was like something depressing. I don't know. There's some real emo stuff going on with the names in China teams and players.
No kidding. The goal of life is death. That is, I mean, that's deep and dark.
It's not false.
I mean, I don't know if you'd call it the goal, John. Is goal the right word to use? Is it actually the ambition of life to die?
I mean, it's the end result of life is dying,
It's the result.
which is not false.
It's not the goal, though, is it? Yamo?
Depends on this perspective.
Baboka? Not in trouble. Was being caught out for a second, but he's kind of just baiting them forward here as well, now Monet can just get right to work. Still has the chrono available, of course. Doesn't really need it. Vanessi's going to pop the Eclipse. Monet is literally just standing by, taking down the ward while all this is happening. And now the chrono comes out. Vanessi is gone. Candylune is gone. GG is called.
They call it.
MAG.Yolo.
All right.
They will get knocked down to the lower bracket. And G2.iG, There's not too much hype about it, John. It was expected they would win this series.
I mean, it's to be expected, and the dominant fashion is certainly saying words about the G2.iG. We talked about them having a rougher time in their previous close qualifiers elsewhere. Looking